Juneteenth has proved to be another tough holiday for the airline industry. Friday was the busiest day of 2022 for TSA. And I'll take a look. 2.4 million people went through TSA security checks for the three-day weekend. And it showed Friday alone, 1,500 flights were canceled and another 9,000 were delayed just in the United States. Now, those problems trickled down to BNA. According to FlightAware.com today, there were 14 cancellations, but travelers told News 4's Danielle Jackson about the experiences they've had trying to get back to Nashville from other airports. And Danielle, I heard from the lady, she has a story.
She really does. It was truly difficult, Tosin. And I spoke with her today and she told me the airline canceled her flight. Hotels in the area were booked and she had to drive hours back here to Middle Tennessee after her flight was canceled. Nationwide flight cancellations left Rebecca Papin and her two young kids from Middle Tennessee stranded at JFK after a more than 18-hour flight from Singapore.
I had a couple hours to rest, and then I got a notification that my flight was canceled to Nashville. There were no flights available until at least Tuesday, and they could do nothing for me.
She was finally able to rent a car, and a guy in line saw how stressed out she was and offered to help.
And the man standing in line behind me heard me crying, and he said, "I'm going to North Carolina. I will drive you in front of you the entire way to the Tennessee border, and then I'll peel off to North Carolina." My GPS wasn't working, so if he would not have been in front of me, I would have had no idea of how to even leave New York State.
She says she drove 13 hours the first day, rested at a hotel, and then hit the road again. A booming summer travel demand, in addition to bad weather and personnel shortages, is to blame for the thousands of flights canceled or delayed over the last 2 days in the U.S. At BNA Saturday, there were very few cancellations. However, travelers say there have been several delayed flights.
I left Thursday from Hilton Head going to Chicago and had a layover in Charlotte. And the layover was supposed to be 2 hours and it ended up being 5. It was all weather related.
She hasn't been canceled, but her flight was delayed.
This recent experience has assured Rebecca that there are still kind people in this world.
This man saw that I was suffering and that I was a mother alone with 2 small children, and he went out of his way.
Another thing she's sure of is this.
If I'm going to go anywhere else, I'll go by car for sure. I'm not going to get on a plane again for the rest of the summer.
Now at BNA today, the total number of cancellations were 16 with 103 delays, and that's according to FlightAware. Tosin.